Well, good morning and welcome to Real Estate Radio with Kelly Warren and Associates. This is where the Valley's favorite real estate agent comes to tell you everything you need to know about buying or selling your home. Now, here are your hosts, Kelly and Jim Warren.
Good morning and welcome to Real Estate Radio with Kelly Warren and Associates. I'm Kelly Warren and I'm in the studio today as always with my husband and co-host Jim.
Good morning.
Hi, Jim.
Hi, Cal.
We still haven't gotten that down.
Yeah,
so
I know.
have them on strong here.
I know. Do you think we'll ever figure out like a good opening?
I don't know. It's awkward. We need to
Well, it's like you can't say, how's your week? Like you were there with me all week.
Yeah. So, all right, listeners, we're going to need your help. If you have questions about real estate, or more importantly, if you have suggestions on how we can better open up this program, please send us an email to askkelly@kellysoldit.com.
I mean, we get a good introduction from Dan, so I like that.
I know. And we hang out here with professionals. Like, you know, I feel like we're like big time because we're in the radio station. And then we're like, womp, womp.
Yeah. You know what? There's probably not a lot of husband-wife teams on the radio often.
No.
So this probably doesn't come up often.
Okay. Well,
that's funny. That's pretty cool.
I'm going to need you to be a little more entertaining in your real life so that I can come on.
I would do cartwheels, but no one can see it.
Stories. Okay, so anyway, real here. We had a really good question come in via email this week. So we're kind of tailoring this week's show, the topic, to that one question. So I think that we should first go into our home pick of the week and let's talk about a couple of houses and then we'll answer the question and then we'll use the rest of the time to talk about that subject because I think it's a really important subject that does impact home values and real estate. And so, fun stuff. All right. So it's just Jim and I today, no guests. So you get to hear a lot of this back and forth with the two of us.
I think it's fun with just you and me.
Do you?
Yeah, because then I'm like, we can get into trouble and no one's here to catch us.
Wonderful. All right, so I have two houses and Jim has two houses. You want to go first?
Sure, I'll start first. I'll do one of mine, then you do one of yours.
Perfect.
We'll go back and forth.
Wonderful.
It'll feel like, we're like on radio, so it's the ping pong back and forth.
Start with your house, man.
Okay, my first one is in Lowellville, 2384 Bedford Road in Lowellville. It is listed. So this house is pretty cool. It's 4 bedrooms, 2 baths. It is currently asking $229. This is completely updated.
Yes, like 100% rehab, totally different house than it used to be.
That's cool.
They added on a second floor.
Like that's mind blowing.
Right.
Like for me, just the concept of what it would take.
I tell Jim to like paint a room in our house, and he cannot fathom that. So to completely redo a house, imagine.
Like build a whole nother floor. Like that's ridiculous.
So in Lowellville right now, there are practically like no homes for sale. So if you want to buy a house and you love that area and you want to be in Lowellville, you got to check out Bedford Road over here. What else can you tell me about it?
It's on 1.6 acres, so that's pretty good. 2-car, we have attached garage.
There's a breezeway between the house and the garage.
Yeah, I see that. I can see
it's
gap between
physically attached, but you don't walk from one into the other.
Yeah, but it's still, that's nice. I mean, he probably did that when he redid this house, and that's beautiful. Mm-hmm. Like, that's pretty cool. If you guys want to see it, check it out on the website at kellysoldit.com. The address is 2384 Bedford Road. It's really neat. If you look at it, you can kind of see how cool it looks.
4 bedrooms, about 2,000 square feet, just shy of 2 acres?
Yep, just shy of 2 acres.
All right, so that's one you definitely need to check out. I have another one with some acreage. This one's on 15 acres.
Oh, good Lord.
This is in Carrollton, so a little bit of a different area from what we normally talk about. 242 Cinder Road Southeast. This one's for $187,900 on 15 acres. It does have a 12 by 24 barn for livestock and a 20 by 24 detached garage. It's also got a 3 seasons room. The house was built in 1870, so it's an older home, but you know how those older homes have all that character and charm. And, if you're into that, it is a country setting, acreage, character, 3 bedrooms, 1,700 square feet. Definitely one you need to check out for $187,900.
I haven't seen that one yet, but that sounds amazing.
Yeah.
Like you get down there in those southern counties of Ohio, and it is beautiful. Like just the woods and if you're a hunter, like those are the places to be, man. That's awesome.
Yep. These homes and all of your favorite homes can always be found 24/7 at kellysoldit.com. You can check out the entire MLS there. You can give us a call or a text at the office at 330-717-2689 if you want to schedule a private showing. What else do you have, Jim?
So my next one is 29 Cherokee in Columbiana.
Okay, wait. Before we even get into the house, because the house is pretty cool, but my most favorite thing about this is this new listing is one of our radio listeners.
Yay! That's fun.
Shout out there. Okay, tell us about the house.
You're so weird.
I know,
It's so
right?
cheesy.
I was like, you
I love
listen
it.
to our show.
You're so funny. I love it. So this one is 229 as well. 3 bedrooms, 2 baths. It was built in nope. I'm looking at the wrong thing.
2006.
Yeah. It's 1946 square feet.
Mm-hmm.
So that was my fault. I was looking at the wrong number.
Okay. It has a ranch.
Yeah.
Dead end street.
2-car garage attached. Yeah.
First floor laundry. It's everything that you're looking for. It's kind of got that open concept going for it a little bit too. So,
Well, and this front porch I'm looking at is gorgeous. You know me, like I love to sit on a porch
Yes.
in a rocking chair and relax.
Jim is a city version of a country boy.
I like to sit there, have a stogie,
Oh,
glass of scotch,
okay, nice.
get in trouble a little bit. But no, like it's very peaceful. I could see myself sitting there and rocking, watching the sunset or rise, whichever side of the house. Do you know which way this house faces?
I don't offhand.
You're not good with north and south and stuff. So
I'm perfectly fine with them if I pull up compass. All right, anything else on Cherokee?
no, nothing else. I mean, it's a beautiful home.
It's available for immediate occupancy, so that's nice. And this one that I'm going to talk about is also available for immediate occupancy. This is in Cornersburg, Youngstown West Side, St. Christine's area, 2699 Brunswick Road, only 84.9. It's a 2-bedroom Cape Cod. It has hardwood floors throughout. It's all brick exterior, covered front porch, attached garage, full basement, newer roof, furnace, air, and hot water tank. Even the electric box, everything's been updated. So very nice house, nice opportunity if you want to be in that area. It is Youngstown Schools over there, but that Cornersburg area has been holding value. It's open enrollment to Austintown and the other areas. So lots of good features there.
We've been selling houses over there over the hundreds. Mm-hmm. Yeah, so that's a nice area over there.
Yep. If you're just tuning in, you're listening to Real Estate Radio, and if you're enjoying the show and you're thinking about buying a new home, one of these ones we just talked about, or any other home, we would love to help you out. We have an entire team of agents and staff dedicated to your home buying needs. You can go to kellysoldit.com and contact us, or give us a call or a text, of course, at 717-2689 and give us the opportunity to work with you. So we got a question, Jim, and I love when we get fun questions that can take up, some airtime where we can really dive into the subject.
Well, there's so many different things that affect what's going on in real estate day in and day out. Mm-hmm. So every time we get to talk about something that we can really dive into and really get into, what we can do as homeowners to better ourselves and better our families and better our home values, because obviously eventually we're going to move or hand the home down to our children, and we want to make sure that we're giving a good solid asset so that they can appreciate it. Mm-hmm. So this question was a very big one that we got over the week, and this is very important to I can't imagine one listener that it wouldn't be important to. Okay, they wrote in, how does school districts impact a home's resale value?
Okay. How do school districts impact a home's resale value?
Right. So we have a lot of school districts locally.
Correct.
We have Youngstown City, we have all the suburbs, Warren City, all the suburbs. We get into Columbiana County, Salem area. So we have so many different...
we even just talked about a house in Carrollton.
Yeah.
We touch into Portage County. We're about an hour, our service area is basically within an hour-ish of Youngstown. So over to the PA line, all of Mahoning, Trumbull, Columbiana, and then just inside of Stark, Summit, Portage, Ashtabula. So you can find us in any of those areas.
Yeah.
The state of Ohio has, guess how many school districts? Do you have a number?
I would not have until you showed me.
Oh, you already saw it.
Yeah, so I wouldn't have thought that it was that many, though. So.
We have 608 school districts in the state of Ohio.
That's crazy.
Yes, and we are very fortunate in this area to have some really great ones, and we've got a couple of not so great ones too. So you could live in any of our counties and have options of good schools and bad schools. And some of these schools are open enrollment, and some are not. So we're going to touch base on all of this kind of stuff. So to answer the question, say it again.
So the question is, how do school districts impact a home's resale value?
Okay, and right before you said the question, what I was thinking was your question that you were verbally stating your thought of you can't think of anybody who that wouldn't have an impact on.
Right.
So some people don't have kids in schools. So really, the school district doesn't matter to you as a homeowner. However, for resale value of your home, it does matter.
Correct.
Now, if you're planning on staying in the home forever, so let's talk about the house that we just talked about on Brunswick, 84.9. You can get yourself a nice 2-bedroom brick Cape Cod. So for that house, nice, safe, clean, friendly neighborhood. Mm-hmm. That school district is Youngstown, and Youngstown is 606 out of the 608. So how does that impact your value? Well, homes are still selling over there. There's different parts of Youngstown, but that part of Youngstown is still really holding its value. And I think some of the things that lead to that are there are a couple of parochial schools like St. Christine's right in that area, things like that people are opting to send their children there. And you have open enrollment schools around it. Austintown is not far. Austintown schools hit the list at 320, so not amazing, but not bad either.
I was talking to a buddy of mine this morning about his wife is a teacher in Austintown. And, we talk about all kinds of stuff. And I said, how is the school? And he said, it's actually really good. He said, they love it. She loves being a teacher there. Every teacher has a warm spot in their heart for their children. And, she really likes it. So although that they're 3-something on the list, about halfway, which is probably average, every individual teacher, I think, really matters to different students. I can remember going to school and the different teachers I had in different grades, and the ones that really believed in me and made me feel like I was important really helped me getting through school and stuff like that. So
every school district, good or bad, can also have good and bad teachers,
Right.
An excellent school district doesn't have 100% excellent teachers. And same thing with a failing school district is going to have some really stellar teachers within it. Yeah. So, just like anything in life, as a student or as a parent in that district, you're going to get the most that you make out of it,
Right.
So you can have relationships with teachers that really make an impact on you. We had dinner the other day with Molly Cromer, Eric's wife. We had a good time with Night at the Races for the Poland Rotary. Molly is a teacher, and from the things that I see, her posts and her students bragging about her and her dressing up for different occasions and things like that, we got to watch her do some mad math skills at the table with some fractions. But, a teacher like that really impacting students' lives,
Yeah.
And at an age, I think she's 6th grade or somewhere around there, at an age where, somebody, a nice role model is important to you.
Yeah. Well, and, we obviously have 4 different kids in 4 different grades. Like, we're in 3 different schools right now with our 4 kids.
Yes.
And, you can see when they talk about specific teachers, how they light up and how they affect the individual child, especially as they start to get into the different levels and different grade periods. So the younger ones, it's not as impactful as it is, it's still important, like Matthew, who's in 3rd grade, has to be comfortable and happy going there for him to continue to go. Right. And not only that, then to also be able to learn. You can't learn in an environment where you're not comfortable and happy. Mm-hmm. So, at that age group, but then you get into, middle school, which is, in my opinion, probably the worst thing for our children to be, because it's so, you start to go through so many different emotional changes and developments and thought processes, and different things start to come at you now, and it starts to get crazy.
I look at the middle school building like a factory, like kids going in the first day of 5th grade, you're barely not a 4th grader anymore, are these children looking people.
These little babies.
And kids walking out the door after graduation of 8th grade are, the size of men and women, like I don't know what happens in this 4-year building, but
That's
I do not love it.
Yeah.
Okay, so school districts and property values. So as I was saying about the house on Brunswick, it's Youngstown City Schools, yes, but the neighborhood and the area are nice. You have some different schooling options. That area is certainly holding home values. If you pick up that home and you put it, into Boardman or into Poland or into Austintown or Canfield, some of those districts you might pull for that same exact house, just moving it into Canfield, which is one of the higher schools on the list in the area. Yes, it's going to go up in value. So that does certainly impact the property value, to answer the question. But we're going to go on for the second half of the show here talking about all the different school districts and where they came in at. And if you're buying or selling, it might give you an idea of your home value, or if you're starting your search for buying, might give you some ideas of some areas to look in based off of these school district reports. So you are listening to Real Estate Radio with Kelly Warren and Associates. We love to answer our questions from our listeners. So if you have a question, ask Kelly at kellysoldit.com is where you can send that. Also, if you've got a suggestion on an opening for Jim and I, because we're stupid, you can send that to the Ask Kelly at kellysoldit.com also. And we're going to go ahead and take a short break. And when we get back, we're going to continue to talk about school districts. So thank you for listening to Real Estate Radio with Kelly Warren and Associates. We'll be right back.
Hey, if you need to sell your home without all the headaches most people experience, hey, Sean Hannity here to tell you that after years of buying, selling, investing millions of dollars in real estate, that all real estate agents do not operate the same way. Now, what makes the difference between a home selling fast and for top dollar and one that sits on the market for months and doesn't even sell at all? Well, you have a great American right in your backyard that I trust if I needed to sell my home. I'm talking about Kelly Warren with Kelly Warren and Associates Real Estate Solutions. She services the entire Mahoning Valley, attracts hundreds of buyers every week, and sells an average 3 homes every week. Kelly spends thousands of dollars every month and creates demand for your home, which makes it sell faster and for more money. Don't play games with your home. Call Kelly at 330-717-2689. That's 330-717-2689, or online at kellysoldit.com. That's kellysoldit.com.
Thanks for listening to Real Estate Radio. We are back. If you are enjoying the show and you're thinking about selling your home, that is what we do best. We love to market and advertise for our clients. We sell homes every day, and we would love the opportunity to sell your home. Speaking of which, Jim, do you know that we are having a record-breaking month in new listings?
I was actually, yes, I do know that. Is this a quiz? Is this the quiz part?
No.
I'm nervous.
Listeners, listen, this is insane to me. This is January in Ohio. We have had some ridiculous weather this month, and people are putting their homes on the market. So I love it. I love it. I love it. People are not waiting till spring this year, and that would be my advice to everybody, because interest rates are projected to keep climbing. We have the uncertainty with Lordstown right now. If you want to sell, get ahead of the curve, get your home on the market now. People are taking that advice and doing that, and they're selling. So we're putting stuff on the market, and, we're getting buyers for it, and it's a fantastic month.
Well, so. you said, we sell homes every day. I actually did the math.
Yeah.
And last year we sold a home every 20 hours, 22 hours. Okay. So more than every day. Almost.
All right. Well, we got to sell homes every minute. We got to be hustling here. Okay, so we're going to get back to school districts and how school districts impact your property values. So if you are on the market looking to buy a home, you might want to consider some of these better school districts. The properties might cost a little bit more in those, but the resale value are going to be a little bit higher for you. If you're starting a family, it's great to be in a good school district. I know a couple of years ago, this is actually a house that we have on the market right now, Kirk Road, we had talked about a couple of weeks ago. The owners, when they bought that house from me a few years ago, I said to them, they were a couple at the time, it's in Youngstown City Schools. Are you sure you want to do this? Just giving my advice as a realtor. And it said, oh, we're not having kids. And, a couple years later, along comes the baby. And they are moving right now. The home is under contract, and it's a beautiful, beautiful home. And again, that's a great neighborhood there. They are part of that GM transfer, so we're helping them sell. I love it when we get to help the families all the way through these transactions.
Wow. And wherever they're going, I bet now they'll look at the school district.
Right, because your family's changed.
Right.
So as you're buying, you might not want to consider just your needs today while you're buying, but you might want to consider your future home needs as well, or potential future home needs.
Now, I look at it like if the school district isn't the most important thing to me, like if I have other options for my children,
Sure.
I can get a really good deal by buying a home that's not in the highest end
Right.
school bracket, but also I don't have to go all the way to the lowest end school bracket. I can get one right in that middle that's going to give me more bang for my buck, which I like that aspect of
Right.
it. So I guess it just depends on every individual and how and who they are and what their thoughts are.
Certainly. Okay, so we're going to go through this list here so you can hear the good ones and the bad ones. So we already told you out of 608, Youngstown came in at 606. Canfield in Mahoning County came in at number 35. That is the first local school district on the list. So out of the 608 schools,
No.
if you are looking in this Tri-County area, Canfield is certainly the place to be.
Do we know what criteria they use to pick those
yes.
numbers?
They have 24 different standards, and Canfield met 24 of the 24, and they got an overall A.
Okay.
99%. I'm trying to find my place on this list. So some of the schools, Youngstown City Schools, met 0 out of the 24, a 57% on the performance index, and they got an overall F. So schools are going from 24 out of 24 down to 0 out of 24, from A to F, and from 100%. The lowest one on here is in Dayton, was the last school on the list, Dayton, Ohio, at 55. East Cleveland is the other one right below Youngstown, if you're wondering where not to move. So those two are the lower ones. So in our area, Mahoning County, Canfield, number 35. Guess what's second in our Mahoning, Trumbull, Columbiana?
I can't wait. The anticipation is killing me.
Oh, is
What is second?
number 37, so just 2 below Canfield, is Columbiana in Columbiana County.
Oh, thanks.
Yep. And then the third next one is one in Trumbull County. So whether you're looking Mahoning, Trumbull, or Columbiana, we've got one towards the top of the list for each. School district number 41 was Maplewood Schools. Oh. That's out in the country. You like that area.
Yeah, I do like that area.
Okay, so I'm going to jump around here a little bit. I'm not going to go in order, but Jim's most favorite place in the state is
North Bloomfield.
Okay, so where do you think Bloomfield Schools came in at?
I would say they're up there. So we were in the 30s, maybe in the 40s.
Bloomfield's at 157.
Ah, dang it.
So I'm seeing a lot of our local schools, 100s, 200s, 300s. That's kind of the middle of the pack here. So I think, being 157 out of 608 is still a pretty darn good school.
Yeah.
How about, do you think that Struthers would be below or above Austintown? Because we're looking at two completely different things here. Austintown is a big school district, lots of campuses, lots of different programs, where Struthers is a smaller area, but really income and house pricing and things like that, they're somewhat similar areas.
Okay. I would say Struthers is similar to Austintown. They both have newer schools. They both, have... I get weird, so I start to look at like football teams and stuff. And Austintown has a bigger football team. Like Austintown always had a big football team.
So Austintown came in at 320 and Struthers came in at 484 on the list of 608.
Okay. Now, do you think because they're such a larger school that's more beneficial?
Probably.
Because they have a bigger measurement?
I don't know.
So
I will fake an answer for you. But,
no, that's fine.
Okay, so in the top 100 locally, we already said Canfield, Columbiana, Maplewood. South Range schools came in at 52. And folks, listen, South Range schools have open enrollment. So if you're in one of the areas where the school systems are not so great, certainly look at the areas that do have the open enrollment and see if there's a place for your child there.
Well, Austintown has open enrollment as well, right?
Yes, they do.
So...
number 76, Poland local schools. Number 87, Champion. 88, Girard. That one surprised me. Girard came in at 88. That's great.
Yeah. Girard's nice. It
is.
kind of falls right in between Youngstown and Warren.
Yeah, I was in my mind. It's more like Struthers though. So for Struthers to be 484 and Girard to be 88, that's a pretty big difference.
Yeah.
Western Reserve, number 92. They're also open enrollment. Springfield Schools at number 96.
Now I have a question for you. Can open enrollment change?
Yes.
Huh. Interesting. So this year they could be open enrollment, but next year they might not be?
Well, and even school districts that are open enrollment can have different rules to them, and different grades can be open enrollment. Like if the school has enough fourth graders, but they have a smaller class behind them of third graders, they might have open enrollment in third grade, but fourth grade might be full.
Huh. I did not know that.
Yes.
So I guess if you're looking to move to any of these areas, you really would want to look into that kind of stuff and see,
right,
how that would benefit you and your family.
Yeah.
So, cool.
So if you are a buyer and you're considering schools, these are some other areas to consider. Number 105, Wethersfield Schools. Number 107, Lakeview Schools. That's over in Cortland and Trumbull County. Again, in Cortland, number 114, McDonald. Number 139, Howland. Number 157, Bloomfield. All of those Trumbull County great schools. Jackson Milton Schools out by North Jackson and Lake Milton. They have that combined district out there, 168.
That's good.
Lordstown, 173. I thought that was pretty good, too. We'll see if that stays the same with...
It depends on...
what goes on out there. I don't know how much the taxes they're getting from the employment would impact the school in the future.
Well, I think a lot of these schools are doing really well. And honestly, I think that has a lot to do with the great people of our valley and these teachers. These teachers go through a lot every day, and I think this really helps. This just shows a lot of character to the valley, and
certainly, and
the people of the valley, and how hard we work and how committed we are to one another.
And I feel like I know a teacher in most of these districts.
Right.
Boardman Schools came in at 187, West Branch at 205, Lowville at 221, Southington Schools out in Trumbull County 228. Hubbard Schools, Hubbard's open enrollment too, and they have some newer buildings out there, 239. Beaver Local Schools, the ones that are always closed for the weather, those came in at 248. Lisbon at 249. LeBray, Jim went to LeBray for a year or so, 281. Yeah. Then we take a nice hop down. We said Austintown at 320, and then East Palestine 360, Niles 388. We already talked about Struthers. Brookfield 491, Wellsville 499, Liberty Schools 504, Latonia Schools 505.
See, and I think Liberty Schools are always
I would have expected them to be higher on the list, so that was a little bit surprising to me as well. East Liverpool 577, Camel 579. I actually expected Camel to be 579. We're already pretty low on the list, I guess. So those are the last couple on our list. Youngstown 606, Warren 588, Camel at 579. So
okay.
And we've heard about some failing in those districts, so nothing surprising there. But if you have more questions about how your school district of your home is going to impact your home sale, and you want a free market analysis on what your home is worth, we'd love to help you out and offer that service to you. You can give me a call directly at 717-2689. You can also check out our website, kellysoldit.com, and request an appointment there. We would love to talk to our listeners further about buying or selling homes and what we can do for you with Kelly Warren and Associates. We appreciate you listening, and we'll talk to you later.
Bye-bye.
If you're thinking about selling your home, call the only agent to trust, Kelly Warren. Kelly guarantees to sell your home or she'll buy it. Call 330-717-2689 or go to kellysoldit.com. Join Kelly for Real Estate Radio every Sunday at 8 on 570 WKBN.